What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Social Sig vlog. It is currently Tuesday, November 28th, and things are cooking. I did not vlog last week because I got a little busy with the holiday. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and also wrapping up the EP. I submitted everything to the stores on Friday, which typically at least you should give it 2 weeks in between the releases for everything to get fully uploaded and then ready for the drop on the release day. So In the Pocket is coming out on December 8th, which I'm very, very excited for. It's a project with 5 songs on it. And I mentioned it before a little bit, but I was looking for an EP title for what to call it. And In the Pocket really stuck with me, just mainly because this last fall I felt like I felt very much in a good rhythm. In the pocket is kind of like a term for like drummers of staying in the pocket, but I don't know, I just felt very focused and motivated with a lot of things. And also all these songs are songs that I've had in my pocket for the last like year and a half. So it felt really good to wrap those up. Shout out Jake Henbest, aka Bean Boy, for working with me on these songs. It's a very cohesive project, and it feels extremely good to release some music again. It's been a while, so very excited for that to come out. And then the weekend before that, I had 3 shows, technically 4 shows if you include hosting the Bremen Open Mic. But on Friday, we were in Madison and played the DIY venue called Nottingham, which is right on Frat Row. It's in this giant mansion, basically a co-op where like 30 people live in, and they throw shows there. 30 people like live and work there. Yeah, it was an extremely fun show. Around like 200 plus kids came out. The band's Boxing Day, Kangaroo Court, and Everything Means Totally Nothing were on the bill. We went second, and it was very safe to say that was my favorite all-time Madison show we've ever played. It feels really cool to continuously keep trying to crack into the Madison scene. It's only an hour and a half away, if that, but it's just kind of a tough scene to lock down or at least get a consistent crowd out. But that was the first show where I felt like, I don't know, like we got an encore, like people were chanting Social Sig and all that fun stuff, and people were singing the lyrics of people I've never even seen before. So it was almost just like taking that step of like a Milwaukee show. That feels like a very normal thing for like a Milwaukee show, but it wasn't Milwaukee, which is really cool feeling. Felt a lot of love, talked to a lot of people that loved the project, and just had a blast. It was really fun. And it was, like I said, like 200 kids came, and people were just moshing like crazy and just having so much fun. And probably didn't sound the best at all, but yeah, it was just such an electric show. Didn't really know what to expect either, and it was just, yeah, had a blast, honestly. And I remember that Friday I was feeling pretty like tired and just like not really motivated going into the weekend. But then like once we got to the show and people started coming and just letting out a lot of the energy on stage, I felt really good. Like I needed that one. So thank you, Madison, for coming out to the show. That was a blast. For that show, it was a full band. We played with Kai on drums and Jacob Olson on bass. And then the next day, played a show at So Far Sounds in Milwaukee. So Far is basically like a secret show that they put on a few times a month. If you like buy tickets, you don't know where the venue is until like the day of, and you don't know who the artists are until you show up, I believe. But I was an artist on there. Really fun show. And the day of, I mean, we spent the morning, me and Sheila and Crab Cake went to Madison and stayed with our friend Darby and her dog Arthur. We went to the dog park that morning in Madison, had a really good time, and then came back and thought I was just going to play a pretty chill set at Pomona Cider Bar. And then I was texting the guy who runs So Far, and he said that the show sold out at 70 tickets. And we're like, what the fuck? So immediately got like extremely excited for the show. And I was doing a solo acoustic set. and felt it feels really good to, well, I played that night and then also the night afterwards it's another solo acoustic set, and I've been feeling really really confident in the solo acoustic sets, nailing down a certain set list and certain conversation pieces in between the songs, and it feels really really good to, I guess, have that confidence with the solo set, because normally I feel very confident in the full band stuff, but yeah, just I've always felt like the solo sets aren't quite to a spot where I want them to be yet, but they're getting there, for sure. And this is all just stuff in my head. I know a lot of people have given me many compliments on the solo sets, but just always trying to improve everything, even the full band sets for sure. Just always working on getting better. So yeah, Pomona So Far Sound Show is awesome. Thanks for catching me if you did. There's a few people who came out for just to see my set. I didn't promote it much at all, just because I kind of wanted to keep it low key. But yeah, thank you so much for coming out. That was really fun. And then on Sunday night, played at Tra La 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 in Walker's Point area. And apparently the people that own and run that venue have been doing it for a while, which is news to me because I've never heard of it before. But it was this really cool living room area. Like, it used to be a studio converted into a house kind of thing. Really cool space. A lot of people that I haven't seen in a while came out to the show, so it was fun to catch up with them for a little bit. It was also a Sunday night, so kind of like a cozy vibe kind of show going on. It was with Amanda Huff and Maximiano, which two artists in Milwaukee that I've always wanted to play shows with and get to hang out with a little bit more intimately. So that was cool. Also, my brother had two friends from Montreal and Georgia, like the country Georgia, come. They were in town, so that was really cool to chat with them. Just knowing my brother we both know my brother, so that was kind of cool. And yeah, I played a really fun solo set again. It was pretty chill, and it was a good crowd. And yeah, thanks for you came out. A lot of the people at both the So Far show and the Sunday night show were a lot of people that haven't seen Social Sig before, which is pretty cool. And a lot of people appreciated like the solo set, kind of a little bit more stripped down, and you can hear the lyrics a little bit better. And dude, what are you doing? Dude. He gets a little... oh my goodness. He's so... he's just trying to get my attention. What? If you can see, he's like face down in his crate with his butt in the air. Dude, what do you want? Come here. All right. But yeah, crab has been really good. On that Sunday night at that show as well at Tra La La La, it was the first time I heard about the mystery dog illness going around, which is like dog COVID is what they're saying. So, sir, can I help you? Come on, get over here. And so feeling very, like trying to keep up to date with like articles and stuff on the mystery dog illness, because I'd feel awful if this little guy got a little sick. And basically they're saying to stay away from dog parks and like kennels and like boarding your dog and stuff. So a little spooky. It's like a respiratory disease. If I didn't have a dog, I definitely would not know about it at all. But yeah, so he hasn't been to the dog park in a while, which he's really missing his friends over there. But I've been taking him on a lot of longboard runs, longboarding, and just normal runs too. And dude, what's up? But it also has been freezing outside, which has been a change of pace. But it's been nice to kind of like welcome the cold a little bit more. I feel like I say that every year. I try to welcome the change of season more and more as I get older. But this winter has been very cold the last few days, but feeling really pretty good about it, honestly. I've winter-proofed the house better than I ever had before. I feel like I always get better at that. But yeah, things are going good, I guess. I'm working on booking for the well, rewind a little bit. I had been working on the EP In the Pocket. Finally finished that up last week. Submitted it to stores on Friday, and I had a really good Thanksgiving. We were gonna go to Myrtle Beach, but with the rainstorm and just a long drive, it didn't really make sense to do that. So ate a lot of cookies and a lot of food, and just kind of felt like Thanksgiving hung over the last few days, recovering after just laying around and eating so much food. Which I feel like this year too, I noticed how much I really felt like my body, like really kind of like lethargic after eating a lot of food. And I thought maybe this is what it feels like to get old, but maybe I also thought about maybe that I had always felt that feeling, but just never linked it to eating a lot of food. Like I always would get tired after eating, but I feel like maybe that I'm more experienced being in my body, and as a human being, I just recognize it easier. I don't know. I don't know. So that was a funny thought I had. But cool. So yeah, EP is all uploaded and everything. So very excited about that. And then also finishing a booking for a South tour that I'm doing in January. Right now for that run, I have Kansas City confirmed, Denton, Texas confirmed, which is near Dallas, Fort Worth area. I've heard their scene is really cool. And then also Austin, Texas is confirmed. New Orleans is confirmed. And I just got a lot of these like in the last 2 days, I've been putting in some good work with that. I was really focused on just finishing up the EP, getting it as good as possible. And now I can finally focus on booking this tour, which feels really good. And so booking that, and then I just still have to book Nashville. I did get an email offer for, but that's somewhat confirmed. So yeah, it's pretty much booked already. Looking for Atlanta, Georgia then too. I don't know any bands in Atlanta, Georgia, which I know one person that is in a band, and he was the drummer of Lower Town, and we opened up for Wet Leg. Lower Town opened up as well. So Joe Clementi, I gotta text him and just be like, yo, what's up with the scene in Georgia? Because normally I just flyer hop on Instagram and try to find bands that are kind of in like the indie rock realm, and like for whatever reason I can't find anything on Atlanta. Like I know Mac DeMarco is, I almost said Mac Miller. Mac DeMarco is from Atlanta, as well as like Lunar Vacation. I just saw Always, the band, and some other really cool bands out of Georgia. But yeah, I don't know. I cannot find anything lately. So yeah, I'll have to figure that out. But worst case scenario, we just don't play a show in Georgia. But I am doing solo sets all the way down from those dates I just mentioned, and then back up. So that's going to be a fun little run. And then I just solidified dates last night to put together a May tour. Gonna try to do a full band tour for like 10 days out in like the greater Midwest area. And then for like the month of most of end of May to like most of June, gonna be doing a big West Coast solo tour. So a lot of dates, a lot of shows, but I feel like even the last few days of just getting these venues locked in, and I felt like I was kind of behind on the game a little bit, the booking world, as far as like getting these dates down, like, and it's like almost a month away. Now having all these dates in the future and having things drawn out a little bit better, yeah, I feel pretty confident in booking all of it. So we'll see how it goes. It's a pretty big run. I don't have I wrote it down in my notes, but I'll explain it later. I'm sure I'll talk about it next vlog, but tentatively, yes, a huge West Coast run for like a month. Out to basically like over to Seattle, down to San Diego, and then up through Denver, and then back. So it's gonna be me, Sheila, and Crab Cake on that one, and seeing a lot of friends on the way, pit stopping here and there. So a big road trip / tour. So very excited for that. And definitely going to keep you guys updated on all that. Yeah, that's pretty much all I want to talk about. EP release show on December 12th is coming up. It's going to be really fun, a very unique show. I got Kai on drums, Eli, A Bug Moment on bass, and Isaac Rapinski of Moonglow on guitar. So it's going to be really fun, really cool show, and excited to play these new songs. EP comes out December 8th. And also, if you're in Chicago, playing Reggie's Rock Club on December 15th. That's going to be an awesome show with Motel Breakfast and the Deadbolts. The biggest Chicago show we've ever played. So that's going to be freaking bananas. And yeah, I guess after that, like doing the tour. And then after the tour, focusing on recording album number 4 for the release April 26th. And then hopefully by like May is when I want to have everything like booked, even before that, but just having everything for the big May tour to June, having everything booked in. So a lot of work to get done, but very looking forward to it, and it's going to be worth it. And also just working with like people to help out on the management side of it all, and maybe I'll find someone to help book. And then podcast wise, I had Jim Linneman on last week. You can check that out on the YouTube channel. It was a really fun conversation about the Milwaukee music history. Jim is such a sweetheart in the scene. Linneman's Pub is just like a local venue here in River West, and Jim is just like the nicest dude. Everyone loves him so much. So it was cool to sit down with him and just try to like just have him just talk about his experiences and the history of the music scene and everything. So that was really fun. Lots of appreciation for Jim and this music scene here. We've had a lot of fun nights at Linneman's for sure. Yeah, hope you guys are doing well. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. I guess as always, I'm very, very thankful for all of you. I feel like I say it too much, but Thanksgiving, you know, it makes you reflect a little bit more. But insanely grateful to be chasing this dream still, and thank you for all of your support. Really trying to make this thing as best as possible, and it feels good to feel like the new EP is a really fun project for you guys to check out. And then also I hope you guys are enjoying the other content and all that other fun stuff too. So I'm going to send out an email after this vlog of just like another update kind of thing, but just because I've been accumulating all these emails for the past few months, so getting my email list up and going, and things are still cooking, I guess, and excited to see what the next few months brings. You can support me on Patreon in the link below. You can sign up for $5 a month. And it helps with me financially as a full-time musician. It helps me do the projects, the podcasts. It helps me record and make music and everything in between. So thank you all so much. Love you guys. Crab Cake says bye. He's a little sassy right now. But hope to see you guys soon. All right, bye.